Welcome back. I'm Cody Hendrickson. Today we're going to take a look at some of the CRUD operations, focusing on the delete command, as well as doing a little bit of transaction control to make sure we don't delete things we weren't supposed to. So let's go ahead and take a look at the basic structure. When we're looking at just the required structure of our delete command, it's simply just delete from and then the table name, and that just takes everything out. Now, of course, this would not work if we have any foreign key violations we have to maintain for data integrity, but this is just the basic structure we have to do all of that. So when we're deleting from something, it's just delete from in the table name. But you never want to do this. This is actually, I don't even know why you should be allowed to do it because, oh, it's so bad. Okay. What we really want to do is we have delete from table name, and then we have a where clause where we have some condition or multiple conditions, because we only want to delete the specific values we're explicitly wanting to make sure we take out of the database. It's something that's really important. We don't want to just randomly delete things. That's just, no, bad. Now, the next line we have right here is a save point. A save point is a way to identify a specific spot inside our database work where, like, oh, here's where I'm at. I'm saving to this point. And this is a really great way to keep track of, oh, I want to make sure I keep track of values, or I'm looking where I'm at. And so a save point is a named spot where, like, oh, I want to go back to this point right here if I need to do a rollback command. And we'll see that in just a minute where we can see that happening. I can retrieve back to the specific spot to see, go back and rerun the same query and see what happens are, or what the results are after that point. So I don't have to worry about redoing all of my work all over again. I have a named save spot I can go back to and say, oh, here's where I'm good, continue moving on. So that's what we're going for with this. And so I made that save point right here, and so we're going to do a quick little demo of this. So I'm going to select everything from grade conversion. Normally when we're working in class, we're doing all of our deletions and stuff from our, or all of our normally in class, we're doing everything inside our zip code table, because the zip code table is, well, it's really easy to get access to, and it's not really that important for the actual data that we're working with. But zip code is really big because it has a whole bunch of foreign keys. There's values inside the student table and the instructor table that link back into it. So I can't just randomly delete values from that. And so to just do random deletions, I'm going to use the table that has absolutely nothing tied to it inside the student schema, which is the grade conversion table. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now first and see what's inside the grade conversion table. So I'll go ahead and hit play on that and see what's inside it. And I've got 15 rows selected. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of information about the grade standards that go along with that. And so it's a way I can, like, oh, here's what's inside it. Okay, cool, wonderful, great. And so I'm going to just do delete from grade conversion. I'm going to get rid of everything inside that, which is allowed. Don't do it, you never should, but let's see it. Let's see what happens. And I hit play, and boom, 15 rows deleted. I know, it just is so bad. Oh, but I don't want to have that actually happen. I don't want to recreate all that work. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just scroll down a little bit further and I'll run the select everything here so I can actually make sure it's all gone. Let's verify it's all gone. Select everything from grade point conversion and hit play, and there's nothing wrong. It's gone. I deleted it all. So instead, to fix this, I'm going to use this rollback command. Now, previously, you've rollback to just simply just reverse back to whatever's committed previously. But with a save point, it's like, oh, I've got this spot right here. I'm not ready to commit yet, but I've got a save spot. And so I'm going to roll back to, and the update's finished line right here. And so just run that command right here, and boom, and rollback complete. And I'm going to rerun this lovely query of select everything from grade conversion, and boom, I've got 15 rows selected. Oh, yes, relief, we're good to go. So we can make sure we can retrieve back our data we accidentally screwed up and deleted, which we don't want to do, but we've got it taken care of in case we do that. The next one you have right here is delete grade conversion, where I'm going to use a where clause. And so to do that right here, I'm using where max grade is like 8 underscore, which means this can be replaced with any single value or nothing like that. So I'm going to run that right here. So I'm going to do delete from grade conversion where max grade is like 8 underscore and hit play. And it took out 3 rows. Oh, cool. So I'll rerun that same structure right here, and I'm going to take a look and see what's inside that again. So I'm going to run that right here. So let's see what the 3 rows that are out of there. And I have 12 rows selected. If I scroll back up through this, you can see that now my entire B grade range is gone. Oh, yeah, some of you might actually prefer to get a B over a C or an F. Those are some, some average grades that people would really like to have. B's are not bad at all, especially in the college level skill. So what we're going to do right here is scroll this back down so it can actually give me some space. There we go. And I'm going to do that magic power of, again, of rollback to updates finish, and rerun that same command right here and hit play. Rollback complete. I'm going to go back and get everything from that lovely query. Select all from, select everything from grade conversion. Get my cursor to get happy again. And rerun that, and boom, I've got all 15 rows back selected. We're good to go. We've got that all maintained. So again, when we're talking about wanting to delete, we want to make sure we delete the right thing. And if we screw up, if we've identified a save point and are named that, we can go back and go ahead, roll back to that, and we're good to go so we don't lose that data. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our zip code table. All right, we want to demonstrate what's going to happen if we want to delete data that has a foreign key reference on it, because we have to maintain that data integrity. It's one of the things that we have as part of using a relational database, is we can't just randomly delete values that are linked to other values. It's kind of a big deal. And so I've got a value right here. We're going to try and delete everything that starts with 84 right here. So let's see what we have on that. And let's go ahead and run that play. We've got 7 rows selected inside that value, and I have at least one of these values that are linked to another entry inside the database, specifically inside the student table. So I'm going to try and run the delete command to delete everything from here. And so I'm going to delete from zip code, where zip is like 84 asterisk, or 84%, which means anything that's within that beginning starting value. And I'll go ahead and run that right here and hit play. And error starting at line 47 in command. Integrity constraint. It violated a child record found. So I can't actually delete that. It's not going to let me do this. Oh, okay. So you have to make sure in order when you're doing delete, you don't violate any integrity constraints. So it's really important to make sure you properly watch what you're doing, and so that you make sure that any of those values you're trying to delete that don't have a linked associated value, because if you want to delete something first, you have to go to the original table that has that value inside it. In this case, it's going to be the student table. I have to remove that student that has the 84118 zip code, and then delete that student, and then I can go to the zip code table, and I can delete the zip code out of there from that as well. So it's important to make sure you keep track of those values first, do the deletes in the proper sequence, because if you try and delete too fast, too soon, you're going to give yourself an error and like, and we want to get past that. So again, basic structure, we have the delete from table name, where some condition, but we have to make sure that when we're doing that delete from table name with some condition, we check for integrity first to make sure that's happening. We also introduced how to use a save point and a rollback to a save point. And so that allows us to go back to the spot we're working with. And just to make sure I didn't screw anything up, I'll just rerun that same rollback right here. So rollback command to that update's finished. Hit play. Boom, my rollback is complete. And I can go back, I can look at my values that are inside that 84 zip code area. Hit play like that. I should get 7 values. Boom, right here. I've got it. My data is all back to normal. We're good to go and we're happy. And so that's what we're working with when we're working with a delete query. Hope that's helpful for you. Cheers. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.